Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for today: a new film shot locally has been released. We've got the details on that. Also, a short day for Estill County students following water issues in the county, and an update from Frankfort. All that, plus more local news, local sports, local weather. That is all coming in today here live at 5. But first, we had a little bit of breaking news as we come into the newscast today. It looks like Berea Community Schools are closing for the remainder of the week. This is due to an increase in absences related to sickness going through the school. Tomorrow, the 14th, will be an NTI day number 6 for the county or for the school. Thursday, February 15th and the 16th will be makeup days for students. So again, Berea Community School will be out of session for the rest of this week. Now on to our big story of the day. A new independent film shot mainly in Richmond and Lexington has been released this week. The Hunt for August Red is written as well as directed by Richmond native Dylan Anglin. You may notice many local landmarks in the film, including the now shuttered and iconic Parkette Drive-In in Lexington. The movie centers around a young man working a dead-end job at a laundromat who spots an envelope stuffed with $25,000 in cash. Taking it home proves to be the worst mistake of his life. The film features an almost all Kentucky native cast, and if the film is as captivating as the trailer, it looks to be a good watch. The film was released this week on February the 10th and is streaming completely free on the Tubi app. The full movie trailer can be viewed, and the story we have is up now at WBONTV.com. Well, a water issue in the county sent Estill County students home early today. The district reported that 3 of its schools were without water for the rest of the day due to the water main break. Following Kentucky Department of Education regulations, the district released all students at 11 a.m. Students who were not dropped off by the bus and not picked up by noon were relocated to the central office gymnasium. A day off there for Estill County schools. Well, a 2-vehicle collision that occurred on Bee Creek Road in Whitley County has resulted in the death of a Corbin Independent student. A message was sent to parents from Corbin Independent Schools to condolences to the family and friends. That's according to Oaks Grove Fire Department. One adult also suffered severe injuries and was flown to the University of Tennessee. 3 other children were also injured in the accident. An investigation of the crash is currently being held by the Kentucky State Police Post 11. And as more information becomes available about that story, you can find it all here at WBON TV. Well, voting rights were a topic of discussion in Frankfort during the current session as lawmakers seek clarification on who is able to vote in state elections. Another bill known as House Bill 386 seeks to limit the restrictions of pseudoephedrine, which helps decongestion of people with allergies. Today, both Charles Baglin and Keith West have reports from Frankfort on these new measures.
The Kentucky State Senate has approved a measure on voting. This is a legislative update. Senate Bill 143 seeks to amend the state constitution to make it clear that non-U.S. citizens are not permitted to vote in state elections. That may sound like a double negative, but according to bill sponsor Senator Jason Howell of Murray, it clarifies language.
Section 155 of the Kentucky Constitution expressly excludes 3 distinct groups from being able to vote, but it says nothing about non-citizens. For these reasons, we need to close this loophole and preclude non-citizens from being able to vote in local or state elections.
Opponents argue the Constitution is already clear, but supporters want to change the wording now so that it never becomes an issue. An identical bill in the House of Representatives has passed. Ultimately, voters would decide, but only if the proposed amendment is placed on the ballot come November. Senate Bill 143 has passed the Senate and now moves to the House. Reporting from the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Charles Baglin.
When it comes to allergies, Kentucky is king. Allergy sufferers know that well. That said, the Commonwealth has one of the strictest regulations in the nation when it comes to the purchase of pseudoephedrine. However, there is a bill working its way through the state legislature that could ease those restrictions. Under current law, Kentucky residents can only purchase up to a 3-month supply of the decongestant medication spread out over the course of a year and cannot purchase more than 3 packages at a single time. This is one of the more restrictive laws in the nation when it comes to the purchase of pseudoephedrine. But the proposed measure, House Bill 386, would eliminate those restrictions and instead replace them with a monthly limit. The sponsor of the bill, Representative Robert Duvall of Bowling Green, commented on his proposal.
So it's important to note that there is no change to the requirement to show your driver's license, and also your purchase limit will continue to be tracked.
Representative Duvall stated that Kentucky would still be 20% more restrictive on Sudafed purchase limits than what federal limits allow. House Bill 386 passed in the House and now heads to the Senate for consideration. Reporting from the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Keith West.
Thanks for those stories. Well, the Nicholasville Police Department is gearing up to pay tribute to an officer lost in a tragic crash back in 2015 with a commemorative race. The officer being honored, Burke Rhodes, lost his life in a crash while on duty. In the wake of Rhodes' passing, the department sought to perpetuate his legacy, thus launching The Burke. Named in tribute to Rhodes' badge number 574, the Burke encompasses a 5.74-kilometer race held around the premises of East Jessamine Middle and High Schools. Initially, the event aimed to raise funds for fitness equipment for the department's new building, a cause dear to Rhodes, who had a passion for fitness. Now the event channels its proceeds towards supporting the families of other fallen officers across Kentucky. This year, the Burke will be held on March the 3rd. Well, a man has been apprehended for allegedly stealing a vehicle and subsequently driving it into the Fayette Mall. According to police reports, at approximately 6:30 on Friday, February the 9th, law enforcement officers responded to a report of a stolen vehicle at the Transit Center on East Vine Street. Upon arrival, officers located the stolen vehicle and attempted to initiate a traffic stop. However, the driver evaded capture and officers did not engage in a pursuit. Saturday, around 9:30, police discovered that stolen vehicle after it had been driven into the Fayette Mall. Fortunately, the incident occurred after the mall had closed and there were no reported injuries. The driver, identified as 20-year-old Shaheem Anderson, was subsequently arrested and charged with several offenses, including receiving stolen property, burglary 3rd degree, 2 counts of fleeing and evading police 1st degree, reckless driving, and possession of a controlled substance. Following his arrest, Anderson was transported to a local hospital for medical evaluation due to narcotics consumption. Presently, he is detained at the Whitley County Detention Center, awaiting further legal proceedings. That we're going to take a quick break. No snow here in Richmond overnight, but looks like we might have another chance a little later on. We've got Susie in the Weather Center. She's going to give us a full look at that forecast coming up next.
'Tis the season for sickness. Protect yourself and those around you with vaccinations at the Harness Health Pharmacies, powered by Mercy Health. Mercy Health Pharmacies offer vaccines for influenza, COVID-19, pneumonia, and RSV. Most vaccines are covered by the insurance, and in case they are not, Harness Health Pharmacy also partners with the primary care clinics for patients that are required by insurance to receive their vaccines there. Stop by the Harness Health Pharmacy in Irvin, located next to the Mercy Health Irvin Primary Care.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Well, that snow last night, for the most part, passed over Richmond. I think some other areas got a little bit of accumulation, but it looks like we might have chances for some more later on this week. We've got Susie in the Weather Center. She's going to give us a look at the forecast ahead.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. As we look at our February update in terms of our weather, well, we've had a very warm stretch. In fact, temperatures for the month of February are running over 11 degrees above the average, and it's been a wet one with over 1.5 inches of precipitation, but we've had a snowfall deficit for this month, and it doesn't look like we're getting in on much as we look at the forecast ahead. We've got that bare ground, quiet conditions, high pressure system is dominating, warmer for the day tomorrow as the high sets of shop to the east with south flow pumping in warmer air. Another bright day, and then watching this weak clipper system moving in. We've got mostly clear skies for tonight, very clear and quiet actually. It's rather uneventful. Temperatures staying above the average though. As we look at tomorrow, we'll be warmer as we build to around 56 degrees. 47 is our average for this time of the year, so we will be above the norm. We don't have a lot of precipitation again in tomorrow's outlook as we're keeping it mainly clear, but there is a weaker disturbance that may set up a quick little shower or sprinkle to the north of us. I don't think that's really going to come to fruition here locally for tomorrow, so we're going to keep the forecast dry, but this kind of changes as we move into our Thursday because this is when we're tracking that next clipper system moving in. It's going to be a quick moving system and not really a huge precipitation maker, but this is what's going to set off a few isolated showers for us later this week. As we look at our forecast lows for tonight, we will get down to around 30 degrees in Winchester, 29 for Irvine, and at Lancaster at they're in the low 30s as well. Here's a look at our our hourly forecast for the day tomorrow, reaching the 50s by the 1 o'clock hour. And then as we take it to our region-wide high temperature situation, we've got again mid-50s for the region with lots of sun. But we'll note those isolated showers for Thursday and gustier winds. Another round of precipitation, maybe some mixing happening for Saturday with highs in the mid-30s as colder weather's anticipated. Back to you.
Thanks, Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, on Monday, Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman filed a lawsuit against one of the largest grocery chains in the United States. The lawsuit takes aim at the Kroger company and claims that more than 100 of the chain's Kentucky pharmacies were responsible for 11% of all dispensed opioids between 2009 and 2019. The lawsuit also claims that this resulted in hundreds of millions of doses inundating Kentucky's communities without reasonable safeguards. The lawsuit says that Kroger failed to implement a monitoring program to end suspicious opioid orders, which is seen as careless from the public. Coleman filed the suit at the Bullitt County Circuit Court in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. We'll have more details on that lawsuit as they become available. Well, the principal at a Whitley County school was arrested at his home in Salyersville Monday night after an argument with his wife about feeding their dogs. According to the arrest citation, James Keith Isaacs, the principal at North Whitley Elementary School, allegedly grabbed his wife by the throat and strangled her during this arrest. Officers removed a gun, bullets, and a hunting knife that were near Isaacs. He faces charges of assault and strangulation. Well, an indictment warrant was issued on February the 9th in reference to an ongoing KSP investigation held against 54-year-old Brian W. Bailey of Benham. Bailey is a former teacher at Whitesburg Middle School and was indicted on charges in relation to inappropriate contact and communication with a juvenile female that dates back to November of 2023. Bailey was arrested and charged with 3 counts of possessing, viewing matter portraying sexual performances by a minor, third-degree rape, and tampering with physical evidence. Bailey is currently lodged in the Letcher County Jail, and this incident is currently under investigation by the Kentucky State Police. With that, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got Dawson. He is coming up with local sports right after this break.
The Kentucky Music Hall of Fame is home of legends and rising stars. See the best of the bluegrass as they showcase their musical talent on Live at the Hall. Each month's show will feature performances and interviews with new and exciting Kentucky musicians. Watch Live at the Hall Sunday nights from 6 to 6:30 on WBON Channel 9.1 and streaming on WBON Roku, Facebook, and YouTube channels. Check your local cable provider for listings. Live at the Hall is brought to you by Rockcastle Tourism, Team Kentucky, Marcellus Farm to Fork, and Lone Star Farm and Home.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstillCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Micah Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Hi, I'm John Leeds, owner-operator of Leeds Fine Jewelry. I've been doing repair work for over 3 decades. Not only do we carry a large supply of Kentucky agate, we also have several lines of natural gemstones. We carry everything from small diamond earrings to large 3.5 carat studs. We have pearl necklaces and pearl earrings. We carry a large supply of gold hoops. 108 East Main Street in downtown Richmond, Kentucky. We're nationally known, we're locally owned.
Transparency is what separates Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration apart from the rest. They offer free roof inspections and estimates and are here to serve all over Central Kentucky. Their team of experts will help you break down the cost of a new roof or repair and help you make the most informed decision possible. From wind and hail, fire and smoke damage, residential or commercial, Kentucky Roofs and Restoration can do it all. Like them on Facebook to learn more or call 859-200-5065.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Today's sports segment will feature a special Madison County volleyball team that went undefeated for 3 straight seasons and the last night won another big championship. Here's sports anchor Dawson Rule with all the details.
In today's sports, we have a big surprise at the end. But until then, let's look a bit closer at the basketball games happening tonight in the local area. First, Madison Southern's girls ended a 3-game losing streak last night by destroying Lincoln County on the road 58-23. Lacey Sandlin and Hadley French both scored 15, and the two sophomores are really molding into this team's two big leaders on offense this season. Tomorrow night, they're going to be traveling to play Lexington Catholic. Now tonight, the third-place team in the region, Henry Clay, will visit Berea High School, where the two will play in a big late-season game. Henry Clay will be the favorite, but with the right game plan, Berea's girls could pull the upset. Models girls have won 4 straight and are trying to make it 5 straight tonight as they host Lynn Camp. Now Lynn Camp's only 3-20, so expect Models girls to keep the winning streak going. Now for boys basketball. Models boys heads up to Nicholasville tonight to face East Jessamine. Thursday, the sports crew is going to be heading to Model to stream their girls basketball game and then the doubleheader boys game afterwards. The girls are going to be playing Beth Haven and the boys Middlesboro. Back to boys basketball now. The 16-7 Berea Pirates are heading to play Lee County tonight on the road, and they only have 8 wins. If Berea plays their brand of basketball they've played all season long, expect another big Pirates win tonight. Madison Southern's boys, who are 16-9, will travel to London tonight to face the North Laurel Jaguars. With no Reed Shepherd this season, North Laurel's way down, and Madison Southern should be able to handle business tonight. Madison Central's also on the road for their boys team, traveling to play Franklin County. This game will have the Indians as underdogs. Those are the local high school games. EKU will host Chicago State at Baptist Health Arena for the boys, and this is also Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day at the arena will feature a special Valentine's Day date night bundle. For $50, fans can get 2 chairback seats, access to 2 to the hospitality room, and 2 drink vouchers for beer, wine, or spirits. It's a great deal, so make plans to get out tomorrow night and support at 7 o'clock, as the regular season is down to 6 games. The girls' team will play later in the week, so I'll get to them tomorrow. Now to wrap up sports today, I have a special team to showcase. The Ferristown Flyers volleyball team is one of the biggest hidden gem teams in the state. The Lady Flyers 8th grade team over the past 3 seasons has gone undefeated in middle school play with a record of 54-0. Last night they won the conference season and tournament championship, which was also their 3rd in a row. This is the first team in school history to ever accomplish this, and last night they capped it off at the top as champions. I'm going to give every player and coach some love, as everyone had a key part to play in this historic run. The players are Cami Durson, Lily Kurt, Abby Williams, Shelby Lewis, Kenley Grant, Maddie Tyree, Maddie Flannery, and Kate Carpenter. The coaching staff is ran by head coach Jennifer Kirk and assistants Mallory Durson, Jim Hess, and Sarah Mitchell. Here's the moment that the team secured the final point to become the undefeated champions, and they got to hoist the winner's trophy. This will set the standard high, not only for future Ferristown teams, but for these girls' future high school volleyball careers, and I'm sure they'll be successful there too. Hey, what a great way to wrap up today's local sports segment. Remember, this is Dawson Rule with Madison County's sports coverage.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports update. We're going to take another quick break. We've got some traffic issues to warn you about coming up next here live at 5.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with a new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
Heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
For years, Richmond residents have been searching for a heating and air company that can do it all. That search is now over. Don't let the name fool you. Fayette Heating and Air serves all over Central Kentucky for both commercial and residential customers. With Fayette Heating and Air, they promise that no matter the issue, no matter the time, you can expect award-winning heating repairs the first time, every time. Visit FayetteHeating.com to learn about special financing and how to sign up for the Comfy Club. With Fayette Heating and Air, complete home solutions.
If it won't go down,
call Mr. Reuter, the best in town.
what do I do now?
Call Mr. Reuter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Reuter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home clean for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Reuter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Reuter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
Richmond has its very own TV station, WBON TV Channel 9, featuring 4 new TV channels of programming. Our primary station, 9.1, is available over the air with an antenna on all area cable systems, Roku, and our live player at WBONTV.com. You'll love the local sports and other local programming, including the only local newscast for the greater Richmond area, live at 5 daily. Find out more at WBONTV.com.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. We have the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet continues to monitor roads in Garrett County following recent heavy rainfall. As of this morning, motorists are advised to watch out for possible debris such as small tree limbs and washed out gravel. Remember to never attempt to drive through standing or flowing water. Authorities report that a portion of Leeville Ridge Road, which is also Kentucky 1971, is closed at mile 2.5 due to high water. You're asked to avoid this area. All closures and maintenance work are scheduled on a tentative basis and are subject to change based on weather conditions, emergencies, and other factors beyond the control of the Department of Highways. Motorists are always encouraged to stay updated on road conditions and heed all advisories for their safety. Another road update for you, Pulaski County road closure. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet District 8 informs motorists that a bridge replacement project will commence on Monday, February the 19th, resulting in the closure of a section of Kentucky 3267 in Pulaski County to through traffic beginning Monday. This 3267 will be inaccessible to through traffic at mile 2 spanning Bee Lick Creek. This closure is situated between Kentucky 39 and Hereford Road. During the closure period, motorists are advised to utilize the designated detour route via Kentucky 39 and Kentucky 70. The project is anticipated to conclude by May the 1st. However, the starting date and duration of the closure are subject to be adjusted due to inclement weather and unforeseen delays. Motorists are encouraged to stay informed about the updates regarding this closure. And again, that is in Pulaski County. Well, a Lexington resident has pleaded guilty to amended charges of second-degree wanton endangerment after admitting to possessing a deadly explosive known as rocket fuel and for threatening his roommates on February the 7th. Timothy Olmstead was arrested by the Lexington police last week when authorities discovered explosives, a flamethrower, and firearms at his residence on University Avenue. Olmstead claimed the explosives were for making fireworks. He is scheduled for an arraignment on February the 26th. That is an ongoing story, and of course we'll have updates for you right here on Live at 5. Have a beautiful day out there in the bluegrass, and of course we'll be right back here tomorrow. More news, weather, and sports. Live at 5.